Hi everyone, it's Sam Owen here. I'm so excited to be back blogging and vlogging much more frequently as I used to. And the only reason why I've been somewhat absent over the last 2+ years is that I've been busy writing these 2 books. And although I have a third one to write still, I am going to be maintaining my blogging and vlogging much more frequently again as I always used to, and I'm excited about that. Now, let's talk about social media and how you can use it in a healthier way. 1. Tune into your body. I talk about this in Resilient Me. If you tune into your body, you can get a sense of how resilient you're feeling, and then that helps you to know whether or not you're prepared to deal with whatever social media can throw at you when you log on in a moment. Social media is a mental health gamble every time you log on because you don't know what you're going to see and how it's going to make you feel. Therefore, listen to your body and only use it if you feel ready to deal with whatever it's going to throw at you. 2. If you have social media apps on your phone, and if they're on screen 1 or screen 2 as you scroll through your smartphone, then move them to a latter screen so that you break that habit that you have of going to screen 1 or screen 2 and pressing that button, oftentimes without thinking about it. Research shows that when we repeatedly do something, the habit becomes wired into our brain, and then we begin to do it without really thinking about it. So sometimes just moving that social media app to a page further back can help you to break that habit of incessantly pushing on it when you don't really need to. 3. Delete the apps altogether. That way, when you do use social media on your phone, you have to use a desktop version using the internet browser on the phone. And because they're way clunkier and more frustrating to use, you tend not to really use it very often. 4. If comparison is an issue for you, get your blinkers on. That way you go on social media to use it for what you want to use it for, and you kind of blur out what's going on around it. If there is a particular account that you tend to compare yourself to, then stop doing it. Just scroll right past, keep the blinkers on, and don't delve into their account. 5. Use positive and constructive language when you do post something on social media because it affects you and it affects everybody else. Research shows that negative words can put the speaker and the listener into fight or flight, which means that people can just get defensive and argumentative. And other research shows that emotions are contagious both offline and online, and whether we're positive or negative affects both us and other people. 6. Schedule in posts if you need to use social media, for example for work, by using something like Hootsuite or Buffer. That way you minimise how much time you spend on it. 7. If you don't like scheduling posts on social media because you want to know how people are feeling when you post something, or you want to know how you're feeling when you post something, then just create loads of posts on a particular day of the week or the month, and then that way every day you can just go, this one feels appropriate right now and I will post that. That way you spend a lot less time on social media, but again you still keep active on there. 8. Schedule a time and day for when you're going to use social media so that you control it much more than it controls you. So for example, you could decide, I'm going to go on social media every night, Monday to Friday between 8 and 9 p.m. Or I'll just use social media for personal reasons at the weekends, and I'll stay off it completely in the week. 9. Set an alarm so that you know, right, I'm only going to be on here for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or however long you feel is appropriate, and that way you don't lose a load of your day. Also, research shows that if we have less time to achieve a goal, then we simply work faster. 10. Detox completely for a week, a month, however long feels right for you. And if you've got a business, you can always schedule some posts in if you need to, even if that's not something you usually like to do. If it means you can have some time away for your mental health and well-being, it's well worth it. And last but not least, 11, meet people in real life. Research shows we tend to think our friends are happier than we are when we look at their posts on social media, and yet when we meet them in real life, we realise we're actually about as happy as each other. So it's much healthier for you if you meet your friends offline as well. But same goes for other people. Although you get a good sense of people online, you get a real true sense for people when you meet them in person. And if you want loads more practical science-backed tips for your mental health and well-being, then check out Resilient Me and Anxiety Free in all major bookstores, and you can get them as paperback, Kindle, audiobook and eBook. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.